If you were born in the 90s or early 2000s and have even a slight interest in fitness, chances are high that you've seen a photo of this guy at least once in your life. That's right, Zyzz. But who was he really? And how did such a flawless physique come to be? From motivational montages to the silliest clips, Zyzz became a fitness icon at just 20 years old. Everything about him symbolized success. On the surface, his chiseled body and confidence seemed effortless, but his reality was anything but. Deep inside, he battled with insecurities, numbness, and a growing fame that turned into a burden, to the point he barely wanted to leave his home. Yet by sharing his struggles and personal evolution, he formed a powerful bond with his audience. The outcome? He became one of the most beloved fitness influencers ever. Appearing like this, and this, and this. But Zyzz didn't start off with any physical advantages. As a teen, he'd spend entire days playing World of Warcraft on his computer, and his body looked like any average kid's, if not a little slimmer than most. His own words said it all. "I was ridiculously skinny, the thinnest in class. People pointed it out constantly, and I hated it. They always called me the skinny guy. I remember feeling worthless around girls, walking beside them, and realizing I was their size." His older brother Saeed, on the other hand, had already begun working out and was seeing early results. This sparked a thought that would forever shift his path. Every weekend I went clubbing, and I always noticed the moment a muscular guy stepped into the room. They had this different aura, a presence that overshadowed normal people. Guys respected them, girls hovered around them, and who wouldn't want that? That's when he chose to change. At 17, he sold his World of Warcraft account for $500 and used that money to sign up at Fitness First Carlingford in Sydney. "I played games 20 hours a day, and then one day, I just said, enough." From that moment, he began a journey that would turn him into a legend, using $400 for his first gym membership. But it was anything but easy at first. Zyzz once shared what he called the most embarrassing moment of his life. "When I started, I tried doing chest day alone. I had 5 kilos on each side of the bar. Aiming for 15 reps, I got stuck on the last one. The biggest guy in the gym came to help, lifted it off me with one hand, LOL. But that was just the beginning. His journey had only just started. Around this time, he also launched his first YouTube channel on July 28, 2006, under the name 7Zyzz7, where he started filming his life, from mock fights with friends to sharing music opinions. But what would capture the most attention was the detailed documentation of his physical transformation. Just a year after failing to bench press 5 kilos per side, he had built a respectable amount of muscle. Along with that came a shift in reputation, from insecure skinny guy to a bold young man active in Sydney's nightlife alongside his brother. At this stage, Zyzz still wasn't famous. Sure, his body had improved a lot, but the transformation wasn't finished. Yet, if you look at a post he made on bodybuilding.com, it's clear he was determined to go further. He stated he wanted to get even more shredded in 1 year. Many thought it was impossible. Yet, a year and a half later, a new photo proved he made it. But alongside these milestones came a revelation. His results weren't natural. In a forum post, he admitted starting his first steroid cycle in 2008, just 1 month after turning 19. Fans were disappointed, but no one could deny the aesthetic power of his physique. Standing 6'2", covered in tattoos and ripped, he embodied the masculine ideal. For skinny, self-conscious guys dreaming of gaining muscle, standing out, attracting women, and earning respect, Zyzz was the symbol. But it wasn't just his looks people loved. He never took himself too seriously, breaking the stereotype of the serious meathead lifter. Yes, at times he played into the image of the over-the-top gym bro, but it was all part of the act. In one interview he said, "I'm a really friendly guy. People should learn to enjoy life more. Even though I'm jacked now, it might seem intimidating. I'm actually one of the nicest guys you'll meet. I enjoy playing with the stereotype people have of me, but at the end of the day, I never take myself too seriously. That's how I built such a big following." Religion, shreddology, the belief that true paradise is achieved at 6% body fat. A full-body euphoria overwhelms the shredded man, pushing him beyond normal human emotions. Most important trait in a friend? Their body fat percentage. It was all part of the exaggerated, self-aware troll character he had built. He knowingly mocked fitness stereotypes, playing with fans' expectations. As part of building his image, he invented or at least popularized a whole gym lingo still used today in gyms and online forums around the globe. In a forum thread, someone asked how much attention he got from girls before training. His reply was brutally honest. None. I didn't kiss a girl until after high school. Yeah, I was a total loser. He didn't care about looks or hair. He just lacked self-confidence. Once I started going to the gym, my self-esteem skyrocketed. I had no issues talking to or hitting on any girl. In fact, they usually approached me first. Seriously. Honestly, I don't even know how many girls I've dated in the past 3 years. Maybe 100? LOL. From a guy who once felt small beside girls because of his build, he became someone who, when attractive women messaged him, would troll them. For instance, here's a legendary Facebook exchange. Girl: hey, you're super hot. Would love to chat. Thanks. Zyzz: hey babe, awesome having you as a friend. Appreciate the offer, but no thanks. You're a 7'10" at best, and since I'm way better looking, there's no reason for me to talk to you. I only date people with similar genetics. Gotta pass on strong genes to my kids. Sadly, I think you'd downgrade our future kids' attractiveness by 2 points. Also, based on your profile and that you randomly message guys, I'd say you're probably not a nice girl. Thanks for the ad though. Let's still be friends. These hilarious posts helped grow his Facebook to over 400,000 followers. Fame opened doors. He appeared in TV shows like Underbelly and The National Road Trip. He launched his protein brand and published Zyzz's Bodybuilding Bible. Both sold incredibly well. But as he became more famous, the pressure kept building. The same guy who once craved attention now felt crushed by it. His online persona had grown beyond who he really was. Dealing with fame at 19 is no joke. Constant recognition, impossible expectations. It's emotionally overwhelming. And for him, the weight became unbearable. That's when his substance use increased. Steroids, party drugs. He even admitted that fame, once thrilling, became suffocating. I started saying no to photos. People thought I was arrogant. Not kidding, some nights I got asked for 400, 500 photos. At first I thought, wow, amazing. Then it just became too much. I felt bad for my friends who had to deal with it every time we went out. I never thought it would reach that point. Things got worse when his brother was arrested in mid-2011 for anabolic steroid possession. The media ran wild, posting Zyzz's photos even though he wasn't involved. And the biggest blow came when a video emerged of Syed revealing a secret. It was Zyzz who introduced me to steroids. People assume the opposite since I'm older. But it was him. Each week he'd weigh himself and say, look, I'm up 1 kilo. Now 2 kilos. Now 3 kilos.
He'd grin at me and I thought, what's going on? He's growing every week, leaner and more ripped, eating like a horse. It didn't add up. The more pressure he felt, the more withdrawn he became. He reached a point where he wouldn't leave the house without at least 2 or 3 friends. Stress and tension were consuming him. A close friend said he was terrified of going out in public. He always needed backup. Anxiety and paranoia were overwhelming. There were things Zyzz was going through that most people can't even begin to imagine, unless they knew him personally. The boy who craved attention and admiration had now become a prisoner of both. Over time, Zyzz grew tired of his image. He even posted on Facebook saying he was done with everything. I'm officially quitting the gym, festivals, and being Zyzz. I want to head in a new direction. I realize I'm caught up in a shallow lifestyle, surrounded by fake people and girls who wouldn't give me a glance without my appearance. It's time to return to studying. There's more to life than parties. It was August 2011. At the peak of his fame, Zyzz left Sydney. The stress, anxiety, and attention he once chased were now strangling him. So he flew to Highland, maybe to find peace. But what awaited him was far worse.